You're watching Ride Like a Local with Belt Drive Betty. Welcome back to another episode of Ride Like a Local. We're back in Hafford, Saskatchewan, Canada's most rider-friendly community. Lacombe, Alberta, runner-up community in Canada's most rider-friendly community contest. Situated just off Highway 2, the city of Lacombe provides access to hundreds of kilometers of secondary highway riding, making it a natural stop when touring through central Alberta. From June to August, Wednesdays are filled with music, food, and fun at the Lacombe Memorial Centre for Music in the Park. Lacombe, Alberta, in the heart of it all. RiderFriendly.com combines a social business directory with content marketing. Create coupons, special offers, and events, and let us promote them for you. RiderFriendly.com, helping riders find rider-friendly businesses. I'm in Hafford, Saskatchewan, the winning community of Canada's most rider-friendly community contest. This community won for their hospitality in the 2018 riding season when they hosted a very successful show and shine for lupus. So, Larry, tell me a little bit about Supreme Motorcycle and Auto Repair and how you came to land in the cute little town of Hafford, Saskatchewan.
Okay, well, I'll try to make it a shorter story, but we ended up getting a job at the dealership in the city. And we basically Googled within 100 kilometers of that and figured it would be a good place for the first month, and then we'd move to the city and carry on. And things kind of went a little the opposite. We gave up the city and started a little shop here in Hafford. And it's been going for about 2.5, 3 years now, and things are going rather well.
You guys have gained yourself quite a reputation for your elk burgers and show and shine. Let's talk about those elk burgers and where they come from.
The elk meat is donated by a local farmer here, Brian. Thank you, Brian. And then we mix it, we smash them, we weigh it, and then we're good to go.
It's a very tasty, tasty burger, that elk burger. So let's talk about Supreme Motorcycle and where you got your training, where you come from. Let's go back in time a little bit.
Okay, a little bit. I started out as an auto mechanic. I was a licensed auto mechanic, and then I had a chance to go work for Harley. And being, a lover of Harley all my life, it was a chance I couldn't pass up. So I restarted another apprenticeship and went to work at a Harley dealership in Ontario. And from there, I've been across Canada, or at least the western parts, working for a few different dealerships, and been trained at Fairview a few times, down to MMI once for when they came out with the new Buells, and did the apprenticeship through Ontario, and kind of just keeping carrying on.
So you've had lots of training in being a motorcycle mechanic. You've been doing this business for well over 20 years now. What has been the biggest challenge going from working in a dealership to working for yourself?
That's kind of a hard one, because going to work for myself was definitely exciting and a thrill and all that, but I guess just building the business and knowing where that paycheck's going to come from the next week and being able to pay the bills every month for the first little while is kind of the biggest hurdle.
Yeah, and that seems to be the hurdle of every little business person, getting themselves out there. It's kind of like growing a community and trying to put yourself on the map, like with winning this contest. You get some marketing behind you, you get a few people behind you, and next thing you know, you've built something. So let's talk about the contest and how you guys got so many people enlisted to help you. From what I understand, you're largely responsible for that.
I hit Facebook. Once I hit one person, that person hit another person, and it just went on from there. And you mentioned homemade elk burgers. It gets their attention real fast.
Yeah, people like their food, especially riders. We love to eat to ride. I think that should be one of the biggest signs out there, eat to ride, ride to eat, because that's what most riders love to do. So Heather, the Lupus Show and Shine came about because of why?
Because I have lupus. We chose that because it affects us closely, very close. And if we can get our name out there with a society like lupus, it brings two good groups together, right? And one hell of a party.
Exactly, and a great fundraiser because lupus is one of those systemic diseases that has many faces to it, not unlike multiple sclerosis. And so those kinds of spinal cord diseases or autoimmune diseases where basically your body is turning on itself is a very challenging thing, and it needs a lot of research money, right?
It does. Lupus doesn't affect two people the same ever. 1 out of 1,000 Canadians are affected by lupus, and it doesn't matter if it's men, women, children, what race you are, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't affect two people the same, and it's commonly misdiagnosed for depression because it has the same kind of side effects as that. And I recommend everybody go in. It's like I said, it's hard to diagnose because mine doesn't affect the same as somebody else's.
Well, and that was the same challenge for my husband with his multiple sclerosis. They had a tough time making that diagnosis until certain things transpired. Once those things transpired, he had a diagnosis.
Hafford, Saskatchewan, Canada's most rider-friendly community from the 2018 riding season. Located between North Battleford and Prince Albert and not far from Saskatoon, it's the perfect day ride destination. With welcoming folks and great small businesses, Hafford has everything you could need while out for a motorcycle ride. Hafford, Saskatchewan, Canada's most rider-friendly community, 2018. Where commerce and community meet. The staff at Community Futures, Grand Prairie and Region love helping entrepreneurs, young and old, succeed in their goals. What can we do to help you reach yours?